And so for the last 1,000 years or more in Tibet, we had this not only rebirth system, means Buddhism from the beginning. Buddhists believe in a rebirth system, so we know if someone dies, will take a rebirth. And if someone is a meritorious or someone is highly accomplished, someone is a highly accomplished, spiritually highly accomplished person, her rebirth will be especially beneficial for others. That we all Buddhists believe. But in Tibet, finding the rebirth of those great masters and recognizing them, and then bringing those recognized child to the seat of previous masters, and give all the best facilities, best trainings, has become a tradition since the first Karma Babas recognized and the tradition was started, and so last 1,000 years that tradition remained in Tibet. And so in Tibet we have two ways of there are two kinds of spiritual leaders. One was as a universal way, great students study very hard, then train through meditations, and then become highly accomplished ones, and they become the leader of the monastic nunnery institutions. That's one way. And another one is recognizing the rebirths of great masters as tulkus, and from overnight they become one of the most respected, senior-most members of the society, and give all the best facilities and train and transform into great masters. And so if you are recognized as tulku, almost overnight they become one of the senior-most members of the monastic system. So those two kind of teachers led Tibetan Buddhist tradition for last 10 centuries or so, and it is very interesting and very amazing merits. It's not just not only because of mysticism or the spiritual profound qualities of rebirth and reincarnation system, but also the profound beneficial system of having these two kinds of systems that uphold the tradition throughout centuries. And so, yes, if you study different Tibetan Buddhist scriptures, you will find all those different kind of systems of Tulku traditions. You will find that. I haven't written something which is just out of my own observation, but what I did is put together all the information together in one book. And I don't think anybody has done that yet. And so all these different informations about Tulku together in one book And so if we know the whole structure of the Tulku principle, then the uniqueness and the profundity of Tulku concept is amazing. And it's very important to know the whole thing. It's not just a rebirth of somebody. Yes, could be. But if it could be by Buddha through Buddha's infinite power and qualities, or through highly adept masters, or just a rebirth of a spiritual being. Any of them will be highly beneficial for us. However, if a tulku is a tulku of Emeritus Lama, he or she has to maintain that path, maintain that meditation, prayers, and trainings. Otherwise, they could fall. That's why in my book I've mentioned that there is a fall in tulkus. Because they are not yet highly accomplished adepts. They are not Buddha manifestation. You are only based on your merits, good karmas. And so you have to maintain your good karmas in order to get beyond the karmic cycle. Otherwise, karma could go up and down. It is like a cycle. So that's why they have to maintain. So Tulku doesn't mean if you are Tulku you can do anything. No, you maybe have to, unless you are Tulku of Buddha or a highly adept, you have to stay in that path. You have to maintain your path, otherwise you will fall down. So it is totally what you do and how you behave. That's most important. Just having a name or a title of Tulku doesn't mean anything. Then, of course, I mentioned also there's false Tulkus. That means they're not Tulkus, but some unfortunate reasons, some manipulations, or by mistake. Many times there are in Tibet as well as outside of Tibet. There are people who are given the title of Tulku, but they are not Tulkus. So if that's so, that is not a real Tulku, just given the name or gotten the name by mistake. So all these things is very important to know, and hope this little book that I have written is not about my opinions, but I worked hard to collect information from different sources, from the teachings of the Buddha, teachings of Indian scholars and the Tibetan writers, and what I was heard from great masters. So I try to put together all of those, and so hopefully these are not my ignorant ideas, but pure teachings that I read, studied, and heard from great masters. And I hope who will read it will enjoy it, and I hope better and better research and writings will come very soon. And so we will know more about authentic, the principle and purposes of the Tulku tradition is. Thank you.